Welcome to the Chapel of the Transfiguration. I am Sister Jacqueline Marie. So many people helped raise the funds and help build this chapel. It truly is our gem and a gift of God to us. Our Sister Clara Elizabeth, she was a very gifted master carver. She carved both ends of the pews, and no two are the same. It's really, truly an amazing work of art. The first two pews are very low, and that was very deliberate for the little girls and sometimes boys who lived here as they came to worship services. This way they could be comfortable and see out. The sister in charge would sit right there and keep the eagle eye and make sure we were little ladies, you know. One of the charming stories about raising the money for the chapel is one of the girls who was here gave Mother Eva the first dollar she ever earned. And she handed it to Mother Eva and said, "This is for the chapel." That was the beginning of the chapel fund, because the children knew, as well as the sisters, that they wanted to have a chapel. Sister Clara knew Fritz Appenlapp. She knew him in Switzerland. She knew that Fritz had become a master carver. So Fritz came, and Fritz carved the choir and the sanctuary. This is Fritz's marvelous work. You can see he loved angels, because there are angels there and there. And my favorite angels are right here. The apostles are looking out at the congregation, but on this side, the apostles have a guardian angel. If they didn't, the vibrations from the organ would make them tumble. So if the apostles have to have a guardian angel, I don't mind. I think that's great. Here is the ambo. It turns for the reading of the scriptures. This side for the Old Testament. Law, wisdom, the Psalms are sung, scrolls of the prophets, Star of David with the menorah. And this is Yod-Heh-Vav. In Hebrew, that is God's sacred name. They never pronounce it. They only say Adonai, Lord, when they see that in the Torah scroll. Up here are the seals of the diocese where we worked through 1930. And this is all held up by 4 evangelists, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Who else could hold up the scriptures? The altar was not carved by Fritz. It was carved by Arthur Nib, the son of a priest in France, right at the end of World War I, 1819. He carved it and sent it over here as a gift to his father. That is an amazing gift. The wood is so beautiful. Everything is so carefully planned. In medieval times, the monks or nuns stood and they said very long parts of the Psalms. So the older ones simply could not stand that length of time. So they were very clever. What they did, they pull the seat up and they have a little shelf. So you are braced. It's called a mercy seat, a misericordia. And I think it's a very clever idea, really. Down underneath, Fritz carved the corresponding story from the Old Testament. He even puts a little scripture reference so you could look it up. And we have the beauty of the stained glass. You can look back and see the wonderful, beautiful round window. It is dedicated to childhood. It's the Christ child with the holy innocents, the little boys slaughtered at Bethlehem when Jesus was born. The top is Timothy, the bottom is Tacitus, a young acolyte martyred at Rome, and two virgin martyrs, Agnes and Cecilia. It is a beautiful, beautiful window. I'm always amazed at the stained glass because it's never the same twice. The colors depend on how much light is coming through. And somehow, magically, they shade the colors. It's not one blue, several shades. So it's truly amazing. St. Francis Chapel. And it's St. Francis Chapel because of that window. The first stained glass in the chapel was this window, and it depicts St. Francis's wonderful hymn. He praises God for every aspect of creation. I really wish that we saw it as Francis did. If we saw everything as my brother or my sister, what a different world we would live in. If you go through this door and climb the stairs, you can come to the top of the tower, and you will find 3 octaves of bells. We have a wonderful carillon, beautiful instrument. And it fascinates me that for the carillon, the notes are in the same order as on a piano keyboard. But you don't have those little ivory keys. No, you have bars. You hit the bar, and then it moves the mechanism, the clapper hits the bell, and that's how it rings. The bell never moves. This just moves the clapper to hit the bell. This is the names of the bells. You see each one, the note it plays, its name, and its weight for all the bells in the carillon. This icon is very, very unusual. It was written by Sister Alexis, a Russian Orthodox sister, who was an amazingly gifted artist and iconographer. It is the Transfiguration. And the most interesting thing is that it's on the stone from Mount Tabor, where the Transfiguration probably happened. It's tiny, so she must have had brushes that had very few bristles to get the tiny features. In the back corner is the altar that sits here, and it is for the children, because if we had their services up at the main altar, the children couldn't see or hear. So this way, with their altar here, they see and hear what is going on. The younger children have their service on Tuesday morning, and the older ones have their service on Thursday. Bethany School is kindergarten through 8th grade. I think just the beauty of the altar, the sanctuary, you have to look past all of the beauty. We had the best of architects in Ralph Adams Graham to design it and make it strong. So I think that that is what you can appreciate about this.